On September 5th, in my short comment about the mysterious interstellar object 3I Atlas, I had said that the fact that it is growing a tail likely ends the prospect of it being of artificial origin, meaning a spacecraft from an advanced civilization. Simultaneously, I had also added the caveat saying unless even technological objects can develop a tail. The plume or the tail that is now being cited to claim that 3I Atlas is a comet could well have a technological source. According to the noted Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, the most vocal proponent of at least keeping open our minds that it could well be a technological object, has offered an interesting explanation about its plume. Writing on Medium, Professor Loeb says that data from various telescopes, both Earth based as well as in space, show that this plume stretches out to a vast scale of at least 350,000 kilometers and is composed primarily of carbon dioxide. It is 87% carbon dioxide by mass, 9% carbon monoxide, 4% water, and traces of cyanide, as well as nickel without iron as found in the industrial production of nickel alloys through carbonyl chemical pathway, he writes. He says, and I quote him, however, such a plume could emanate from a natural icy rock or a technological source, unquote. He continues that this time, plume of gas is shaped by the solar radiation and solar wind to a teardrop shape, as observed last week by the Gemini South Telescope, is a straightforward consequence of gas dynamics and not a clue about the nature of the nucleus. The situation is akin to observing a plume of smoke carried by the wind. Without a resolved image of the source of the smoke, we cannot tell whether it originates from a burning log of wood or the exhaust of a car, he writes. In short, it could still be an alien craft of some sort. His Loeb scale puts it at 40% that it's technological in its origin. That is significant. Both the HiRISE camera on board the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter around Mars, as well as the Juno spacecraft around Jupiter, can take images to establish the size of 3I Atlas's nucleus when it passes by both on October 3rd this year and March 16th, 2026, respectively at distances of 29 million kilometers and 54 million kilometers. For me, irrespective of what 3I Atlas is, and I do fervently hope it is technological like Rama in Arthur C. Clarke's classic 1973 sci-fi novel Rendezvous with Rama, the fact that we are talking about taking images of an interstellar object from around Mars and Jupiter is in itself an astounding triumph for science and technology and scientists and engineers.